Welcome back to the show. This is Bren. This is the upper tier, but it's not Pro Wrestling Weekly. It's the upper tier. What's the crackdown SmackDown? So it's basically an extension of the upper tier because we've a lot to cover. And SmackDown's after getting so big, we said that we cover SmackDown in itself. So it's myself and it's Emma that are going to do it going forward. This is the first show. We are very, very excited about it. Not a bad SmackDown to start on as well. Not at all. Straight away, we've got hello, Bren and Emma from Sharon. Sharon, how's it going?
Hi, Sharon.
Um, Sharon's going to Florida in the next couple of in the next few months, and they could be going to a SmackDown. So more on that again. So we thought we'd start. There's Anto. How you, Anto? He says in his real dub action, "How you, Anto? What's the story?" Sorry about that.
Shout out
um, So yeah, so basically what we did was we said we'd start with a bit of a gimmick infringement. I'm gonna steal a bit from Noel and I'm gonna do some history. So with it being a SmackDown show, I said I'd give a bit of the history of SmackDown in itself. The first official episode of SmackDown aired on the 26th of August 1999. However, it was taped 2 days earlier on the 24th in Kansas, Missouri. SmackDown had previously aired a one-off pilot episode back in April, but they don't include that in the canon. For those of you who remember, SmackDown had this brilliant entry. Actually, SmackDown had a few good entrances. The first one was the oval one, and it featured heavily in the game. But I think the most famous one is the big fist, the SmackDown fist. If you've played any of the games, if you've I am, and sorry about that. I am indeed, buddy. Go on over there. I'll be with you in a minute. So basically, it's the big fist that comes through. Connor, sorry, we're live, pal. So it's the big fist that comes through, and it was brilliant, absolutely epic. Um, it really stood out from Monday Night Raw, as in this was completely positioned to be for many years. Many thought it was the B show, up until people like Eddie Guerrero came on. Paul Heyman did the booking. SmackDown was then often considered better for a long period of time, better than Raw. The first episode in itself was centered around Triple H versus Mankind versus The Rock. Shawn Michaels was commish. I shouldn't say that. That doesn't sound cool coming from me. Shawn Michaels was commissioner, and basically he interfered. So the main event ended up being Triple H versus The Rock. Triple H retained. Other notable appearances was Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Kane, China, Road Dogg, X Pac, Big Show, and many, many others. And this basically became what was known as, like I said, the B Show. But like I said, often it has been better than Raw. Has it been better than Raw recently? That's up for debate. A lot of people have said no, it's not. In saying that, I don't think we're starting with a bad week at all. I really enjoyed this week's SmackDown. Uh, Emma, first of all, how are you? It was all
I'm
me
not too
there. I was
bad.
like,
How are
me,
you
me, me,
doing?
me, me.
I
I
was like, all
am
right, I'll just
good.
leave now.
I know, yeah. Cheek of me jumping inside. It's not the Bren show. It's the Bren and Emma show. Um, but yeah, so with SmackDown this week, there was a couple of surprises. One surprise I didn't really call. I thought we were going to see Joe Hendry this week, but we
I
did
thought
not
that
see
as
Joe
well.
Hendry this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we'll go through it. But did you expect the man that came out?
No, like, I did not
Cool,
expect him
wasn't
at
it?
all. It wasn't even on my predictions or list or anything, which was
I
even
know.
better.
I know. I put out on the TikTok machine. I put out being all big headed. I put out a SmackDown promo, but I put out Joe Hendry's head with a question mark,
Yeah.
thinking this is a spoiler,
Yeah,
not a
just you wait,
prediction.
lads. Yeah.
I ended up looking like the biggest idiot. We go through some comments. Oh my god! Now I feel old, Sharon. How this is exactly how I feel. So a few of us weren't born on the main podcast, and on this podcast too. A few of us
Yeah,
weren't
this
born.
podcast.
Uh, this one too. Um, who whose fist was it modelled on? What a great question. I don't know. Was it Triple H? I'll come back to you. God awful decision to put SmackDown back to 3 hours. So, Acers, great point. I'm not a fan of the 3 hour job. I don't like it. I think 2 hours, I think it should be sink or swim, and that's it, right? However, there's arguments there, and basically gives more talent more time. Emma, what do you think?
Like, I did enjoy if I was staying up. This coming from when you stay up till 1 a.m. trying to watch it, and you're like, it's better for 2 hours maybe. But if there is more talent, and if the show is going to get better than it has been, because SmackDown's been a hit or miss really recently. But if the shows are going to get better, going to see more of the mystery opponent that came back, then I'm open to a few more hours, maybe 3. But we'll have to see how it kind of plays out, I think.
Yeah, I think the important thing as fans is just kind of like often the wrestling community can, like all communities, I suppose, has that negative aspect and it can be blown out of proportion. I think let's be optimistic and let's hope it creates a better product. And let me just see what Aces has to say before we get stuck in. Joe Henry, Joe Henry is being saved for Raw and Madison Square Garden Monday night as Solo's mystery opponent. That's what I think as well. What you
Yeah.
reckon, Emma?
I honestly, because of Solo's character, then having someone comedic like Joe Hendry come in, I think that's kind of the perfect mix. Because Solo will be like, "What is going on?" You know?
Well, I think what's going to happen there is I think that I think you're spot on, but I think Joe Hendry wins, and I think he wins
Oh yeah.
because of one of my favorites, not very popular on our podcast, Sami Zayn.
See, listen, this is gonna be the Sami Zayn show. This is it.
100%, the
Never
Sami
mind.
Zayn show. Absolutely, and look, when we're on the show on Wednesday, I'll be flying the Sami Zayn flag. I'll be
Oh
flying that
yeah,
flag.
I'm gonna enter with the
100%.
Sami Zayn team on.
Sensational. Joe is my guess. Roman or KO. KO is
Oh
interesting.
yeah, I don't know.
KO is interesting. I mean, look, for me, and I guess we'll get to the whole Cena thing. Kev, did you see Kevin Owens' tweet the other day? It was a
No,
couple of weeks ago. It was him in the gym.
please, lads,
Oh my
please,
God, I'd love
please.
it. I'd absolutely love it. It would be,
Es-
it would be, it would be amazing. What do you think?
I think as well for a mystery opponent because everyone's like, "Oh, Chris Jericho's coming back, Edge is coming back," and then you hit with like KO. I think that'd be insane. That would be really good.
100%.
And I
And
feel like
look, like go on, go on.
loads of
What were
people
you saying?
miss him as well.
Oh, 100%. I mean, and look, Jericho is coming back, by the way, 100%. His behavior, what he's been saying, the whole thing, he is coming back. There's no doubt about it. But he's under contract until the end of December, so he's not going to be in any way involved in Cena. And either is Edge. Edge is under contract until the middle of next year. Now, if I'm wrong, happy days. I love being
Yeah,
wrong when it comes to that. When it comes to that kind of thing, like I said in the podcast the other day about Drew McIntyre. Sorry, buddy. I love being wrong. I hope Drew McIntyre is a better champion. Anyway,
yeah.
let's get stuck in and let's talk about SmackDown. The opening of SmackDown, Emma. Take it away. What did you think? Rhea Ripley and Io Sky opened.
Listen, I think it's great. They came over from Raw. It's building up for War Games, which is great. I love to see it, especially because it's the women's team, and I'm all for
100%.
women in wrestling. You guys know me. But the whole thing with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, I thought this is going to be good. But then
Yeah.
Charlotte's like, I don't trust Rhea. So I'm kind of thinking Charlotte and Alexa, I don't know if they're still going to be the whole friend thing. I don't know where that's leading to. And then,
Yeah.
of course, when they got attacked, and can I say, I love Lash Legends. I think she's amazing.
Yes.
She is insane,
So good.
especially because they've added her to the main roster. She's insane. So I don't know what's going to happen there for War Games, but they're going to need
Mhm.
another 2 people out there anyway. Hopefully
Yeah.
Bailey and Lyra.
Yeah, I think so. Well, what I think is going to happen is I think they may not add the other two, and I think it may be 4-on-4. And I
Yeah,
think 3 against 4 will start, and then I think Charlotte will make the save. This is what I think in the end. One of two things, in my opinion, will happen. And look, I hope the other two are at it. I really do, because there's a severe lack of them on that card, and they deserve it. But I think what happens there is I think Charlotte makes the save either next week and gets added to it, or
Yeah.
else basically happens on the pay-per-view. Either way, I can't wait. I'm all
Yeah.
for it. I thought it was a really good opening. Wasn't it
Yeah.
cool? The Rhea Ripley, the pop that she gets, the
Oh my
aura
god.
that woman has,
It's
there's
insane.
something special. I don't understand any negativity towards her.
No, and like you see on TikTok, like she has so many fans. There's so many Rhea Ripley fan accounts, and it's
Completely.
insane. It's amazing, and
Com-
also Io Sky as well. Having those two together, like everyone loves their friendship. Everyone loves Rio, as they call them, which is really nice to
I
see.
I love the two of them. I love EO
Yeah.
Scott. I love EO. Sorry. I love EO Sky.
Yeah.
I love when they do the whole. I'm doing it wrong,
Yeah.
haven't I? Do you know what I'm like?
Yeah.
I'm like somebody doing the Macarena, a 40-year-old doing the Macarena. That's what I'm like. But the way they do that is fantastic.
Mhm.
Before we go to the next section, I just want to grab a few comments there now as well. Kenny, how's it going, Kenny? Evening, guys. Sami Zayn heel, yes, please. Babyface, hell no. What do you think?
I love him as a babyface. Come on, like
Me too,
his theme song gets you up. Like he's just, I don't know,
100%.
he's just like a little superhero coming in. I think, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, me too. I don't fancy him as a heel because even when he went with the bloodline and what he added to the bloodline
Was
was
yeah,
so special.
it
It
was
was the
just
best part of
comedic
the
as
bloodline.
well. Yeah, exactly. Like
I mean, I wasn't feeling very UC today. That's brilliant. It's now become
yeah.
lore to say, I'm not feeling very UC today. That's bloody
Or
brilliant.
what was the one? He's like, oh, she was like, "Where's my dog?" And he was like, "My dog, I'm right here." That cracks me up every time. I still say it.
And my dog, and the handshake as well.
Oh yeah,
Go on. The hand did. I can't do it. I'd love to be able to just walk up to somebody and just
it just
do what they do.
yeah.
I'd end up slapping me mate. I'd be like, "How you, Alan?"
How you
What I
know?
mean, just how you, Noel? Well, you're barred from the shop. Um, but yeah, let's see what corporate ministry was the best thing ever on SmackDown. That's an interesting take. Have you seen much of the corporate ministry, Emma? Like,
Yeah,
I know you've kind of looked it up, but have you seen much of the Undertaker, Big Boss Man as the corporate ministry? Have you
yeah.
watched any of that? And what's your take on it?
I don't think it was the best thing ever on SmackDown. I don't know. Interesting take. I,
I think
yeah,
some people would argue it's the Undertaker's
yeah.
worst
I kind of agree with
section
that.
of time.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of agree with
Yeah,
that. Not gonna lie.
me too. Uh, KO is friends with Sami Zayn. Yep.
Mm.
Jericho is surprised in the Rumble match, 100%.
Oh my
And
god,
look,
that pop.
when that countdown, oh, whopper idea. The countdown starts for the next one 10, 9, 8.
Yeah.
And when it gets to 5, it turns into the Jericho 5,
You know I got
4,
you.
3, 2.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It would be
So excited.
unbelievable. The Royal Rumble, do you know what? We should definitely do a watch along for the Royal Rumble.
I think that would be
Uh,
insane. Have loads of people do it. A watch along, like.
yeah, well, we have a watch along coming up, which we'll touch on at the end of the show. Is she going to the other side for War Games? I don't know. AJ and Becky will be added to War Games. One person is very, very excited about that on here. Let's
Guilty.
see. Charlotte and Kairi Sane had the same costume. Oh, I did not know that. What's the crack? I thought SmackDown this week was decent. Keith Siri, you son of a gun. He thought it was decent. Yes, really
This is
good
it.
build up. I mean, this
We're off to a
this
great
is good
start.
praise. This is good praise. If it's coming from this, is great praise. I still think Bailey and Lyra needs to be involved in the War Games match. I think we could be on the same page here.
Mm.
David Kelly, how's it going? I bumped into David today in Finglas. Always a pleasure, my man. And we have Sean. Hello, Emmett. Great start to see you. Good luck with the show. Wonderful to see
Thanks,
the new
Sean.
content, but don't envy you as having to watch SmackDown.
Go back to the
Classic
boxing.
Sean. Classic Sean. And then I did ask about Kevin Owens' health on Monday. Well, David, we'll see. We'll see how we get on. Now, moving on. This is a bit of a divisive one. Jey Uso beats The Miz.
Don't even.
What did you think?
No, I was. Oh my god, I was so annoyed because like,
Yeah.
why is Jey Uso beating the Miz? I'm sorry, no offense to Jey Uso, but there was one move he did. He was on the top rope and he obviously buckled down and he
Yeah.
missed the move. And I don't know. Plus, The Miz is just, in my opinion, The Miz is way better. Way better. He has
Well, he
more of a history with Cena as well. So why
100%.
let Jey Uso go? Can you imagine if the time rolls around and it's John Cena versus Jey Uso? They wouldn't do that, but oh,
I mean,
I
well,
don't know.
look, I think whether it's Jey Uso or whether if it's Jey Uso or if it's Gunter or if it's something along the lines of that, we're in trouble.
Yeah,
Um, it's rumored heavily that it's going to be Gunter. Gunter? Gunter? I don't know. Either way, it's rumored heavily it's going to be him, and I think there'll be riots. Did you see the
yeah,
reaction to Jey Uso on YouTube? Because you know the way they brag about YouTube all time greatest thing. Did you
yeah,
see the reaction to Jey Uso beating the Miz?
yeah. People are not happy. I was scrolling on different like apps and stuff and TikTok, and people are just like, why? Like, why have that decision?
Out of all of the people that commented on it, 77% of people were pissed off.
Yeah, and you
That
don't
Jey
blame them.
and it's the second time I think in a 2 week period where a lot of people are pissed off about a Jey Uso segment.
Yeah,
So it's not looking good for him. Also, a little bit of a fact about the Miz. I know he was in a tag team for most of the year, but he hasn't won a singles match this year.
ah,
Criminal,
ah, bless
absolute
him.
criminal.
Ah,
But the match itself was deadly, and
yeah,
The Miz's offense was brilliant. It was
yeah. He's
class. The Miz was so good in that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was like, he's gonna win and stuff, but then that was it. Spear, that's it. Like we were all just calling it at that rate.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I mean, look, the match itself was brilliant. I love the way the Miz is still doing the it kicks, formerly
Yeah.
known as the yes kicks. That is tremendous. But the only criticism, Jey Uso shouldn't have won. Now I don't think he's going to go on to win the tournament, but
No,
at
but
least bring the Miz close to John Cena.
yeah, because it's a bit of history. It's a bit nostalgic for people, having the Miz win. He's closer to John Cena, and like the Miz is great on the mic. He's been saying how he wants this. So I don't know.
Brilliant. Some of the best promos of the last 10, 15 years, 10 years are by the Miz. The
Yeah,
one against Brian Danielson.
yeah,
The one when Roman Reigns and John Cena were in the ring, one of the best promos. And the crowd were like, actually, this guy is on the money. He's
yeah. And even him
100%.
with the Dean Ambrose and stuff. Like it was just comedic. It was great.
He's
I
brilliant.
don't,
There's not much he can't do. The Miz is outstanding.
yeah.
2 seconds, sorry. So yeah, sorry. um, so yeah, look, we'll move on, but I think can we agree that it was a good match? Just the ending was kind of crap,
Yeah, I know what his little tribute to John Cena. Go on, that was good.
wasn't it? Deadly, wasn't it? It was
Yeah, I
unbelievable.
actually thought I was like, he's gonna win, but
Do you know what the thing about the Miz is as well? Remember how the Miz started in the business? He wasn't treated very well.
no.
You know what I mean? He was treated like muck, and he's still
Mm.
here today. And now he's in front of us as in my opinion, one of the best of all time.
Oh, definitely, yeah. He's been there for so long as well, so long.
One of the longest, and it's absolutely brilliant to see. It's incredible.
Yeah,
Um, anything else to add to that?
just
Because I'm about to go on
just Jay Sushant one. That's it.
100%. I'm about to say something. Oh, sorry, buddy. I'm about to say something that that's not gonna be taken very well by a couple of people that we know, right? It's
Yeah.
about Champa. Okay,
Okay. Oh God.
backstage segments, right?
Mm.
Where they were calling him a jackass or whatever. Here's my thing with DIY. They should be on the NXT brand. That's it.
Yeah, I
The
do agree.
tag the tag team division definitely is in need of a shake-up. It's in need of something.
Yeah,
But DIY, like how many times can Ciampa turn?
Mm.
It's ridiculous, and I just think it's a bit silly. So Sean, I'll see you Tuesday because
yeah.
Sean's massive on DIY, and he's already pissed off about a lot of my takes about Monet and all that.
But even like
What
if they're on NXT, Candice LeRae could do a lot more. I think as well. She'd be a great asset there as well. especially with their women's roster and
100%.
stuff. Definitely.
Do you think that they're holding? Do you think that they're holding them back a little bit? Holding Candice Ray back a little bit?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like even people like in the industry have applauded her and stuff because she's so great. She's brilliant, but they're just kind of
She's
holding
really
her
good.
back as just kind of standing there and just that's it. But imagine if they're on NXT matches every week, insert her into like
Yeah,
the women's matches. Even I just think it would be much better, way better.
be so good, so good. We'll just go back to the comments there for a second. I must be the only one who's happy he did not win. I assume you're talking about the. Yeah, there we
Uso.
go. Oh, because Big J Uso fan actually.
So was my
The two
mom,
of them are.
to be honest.
Gunther is going to be the one facing John Cena. Keith, I understand your certainty. I understand it. However, I think it got out as a bit of a tester. And I
Just to
think,
see
yeah,
how people
I think it
react.
was a bit of a litmus test. I'm hoping I'm right on that.
Mm.
This is one where I'm pissed off if I'm wrong. I like being wrong most of the
Yeah.
time when it comes to wrestling,
But
but
not for imagine like Triple H is on like a burner account posting like can't wait to see Gunther and he's like, oh, I wonder how people are going to react to this. I hope that's the case.
100%. But and speaking of Triple H on Twitter, he's one of the things that he has to stop doing is he has to stop saying this is going to be the greatest thing of all time. This is going to be the best thing you'll ever see.
Yeah,
Calm down.
he's
Calm
off.
down, Paul.
He could be like, I'm going on a walk, greatest walk I've ever been on. He's going home. He's like, Stephanie, this is the greatest drive I've ever done.
This walk is unprecedented. Wow, okay.
So well
Crazy.
deserved.
Crazy. Daz, how's it going? Who do you see facing Cena on Raw? I think we both said it's got to be facing Cena. It's a good question. Who's going to face John Cena on Raw? Because he is going to have a match. He did say on Twitter he was going to have a match,
Yeah,
or X as the youth are calling it nowadays. What do you think?
I don't know because I think
I mean, it's not going to be Dom again.
No, it won't be Dom again. Wouldn't it be cool
I
if they
mean,
had like an intergender match?
I mean, that would be something else.
Yeah.
Against Nikki Bella and
I was thinking that, but
somebody.
I didn't want to say it.
Don't mention the war. I don't know. Maybe Joe Hendry actually. Maybe Joe Hendry's not Solo's mystery, and maybe Joe Hendry comes out to an open challenge.
That would actually be kind of cool. And bring
it's
him
a good
in.
question, but yeah, and that's the way to bring him in. I mean, look, I don't. That's the other thing as well, and because and the way they sold Solo's mystery opponent was, oh, I'm not going to say this. This is going to be big. Maybe Kevin Owens fits in there. Maybe this is it. Maybe Kevin Owens comes in on Raw. That will be it. We'll be doing a Raw show.
Yeah, that's
if
it.
Kevin Owens comes back. I mean, we'll jump straight onto we'll actually be on the upper tier on Tuesday anyway. But I hope to God it's Kevin Owens. If not, then Kevin Owens in the final. That would be bloody brilliant.
That would be insane.
Let's see what else we have in terms of comments. Don't count Sheamus out just yet. Great point. We spoke about it last week. Sheamus doesn't have he's not what do they call that again? A Triple Crown champion, or what is it called? I forget. Damn it. It's anyway. Yeah, Sheamus hasn't all the belts. And somebody mentioned last week it would be great if he handed it over to him. DIY to NXT, totally agree. Thank you, Anto. We agree too. I agree. Roster needs shake up. I think we need to see a few call-ups and give SmackDown a little bit more depth. You're a watcher of NXT. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. They definitely need to just shake things up, call up some of the tag teams even. I mean, and then if they're gonna have SmackDown on for later, they're gonna need a whole shake up. And I think after this episode, I think we could see a bit of a shake up now.
Completely, and I hope so as well. 2 seconds, sorry. Rosie, watch the iPad. Go on. You can watch the iPad with her. Brilliant. Sorry about that. There was a bit of hassle in the castle there, but we'll get it sorted.
He's like Joe
Um,
Hendry. He pops up.
oh my lord, he's
Don't say
brilliant
his
though.
name.
He's
Yeah.
one of the. I'm biased now, but he's one of the funniest kids that I've ever seen. I don't think he will be. Alrighty, Joe Hendry. Dave Kelly says that I would like to see Braun Breaker face John Cena on Raw. Maybe the Miz on Raw. It would be nice for the Miz to get his call. Actually, this is a good take. I got Dolph Ziggler. Right, take my word as gospel. David,
Imagine.
well, I got to be honest. I was talking to David today, and from talking from during the week, he previously called, um, he previously called Zack Ryder. He
Mm.
called it. So, David, you might be onto something. Grand Slam, Bren. Thank you, Keith. That's the one. Grand Slam. Thank you, Sharon. Yes, I wouldn't mind. I put it out there on the TikTok machine. What if Trick Williams is solo surprise on Monday? I mean, yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah,
And then we have what if Trick Williams faces solo on Monday? Yeah,
that would
100%.
be
We'll
fun.
take that. Emma, what happened next on SmackDown was a John Cena video package, right? Which was a reminder to me.
Yeah,
We are down to 3. Tomorrow night, we
I
are
know.
down to 2.
Yeah, I know. It's actually like, it's mad to think about because for months we've all been like, yeah, it's his retirement and stuff, but now it's kind of dawning that this is going to be it.
It's
Like that's
becoming a
it.
reality.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough day. Gonna be a
My
tough day.
camera will be off on the watch along. I mean, and
If you guys hear crying, it's not me.
it's just me in the corner. Why? Don't leave me, John.
You're there holding a
Uh,
pillow, just rocking back and forth.
of course, it's a picture of John Cena on the pillow. That's just
Oh
how I
yeah,
roll. Um, Cody and Heyman backstage on the backstage, give him kind of Bronson and Cody the match, right? That
mm,
little promo section. I thought that was deadly. Heyman's
yeah,
manipulation, turning that into a title match, and
yeah.
Cody. And look, I said it on Wednesday or Tuesday, and I'll say it again. The amount of heat that Cody's getting is unfair. It's
Hmm.
unjustified. He's phenomenal. He proves it week in and week out, and I
Yeah.
won't hear a bad word about him. But the next match, Emma, to me was match of the night. How did you feel about Dragunov versus Axiom?
That was actually really good. And I have to say, Dragonov is amazing. Every week, I just feel like I'm just drawn in. I'm just like, oh my god, like this is insane. And the open challenges, I love them because I feel like every week is just a bit something different. And of
Yeah,
course, I think the first few weeks you're like, yeah, he's not going to drop the title, but the matches will be good. And Axiom is insane. I think we can all agree, like he is really good, really good.
this was so good. He did a moonsault DDT,
Yeah, I
and I'd
saw it.
never seen anything like it.
I was like, I had to rewind it and everything because I was like, how did he
Same.
do that? I was like, I'm gonna hurt myself again trying this.
I mean, that's your finisher, Emma, right there. But
Yeah, that's it.
to me, this was like we knew Axiom was good. I knew he was good, but this really sent it home to me.
Oh yeah.
Axiom and Dragunov, they were men of the match for me. This was
Hmm.
match of the night by a country mile.
Oh yeah.
And Axiom, this was a coming out party for Axiom. He absolutely smashed it, and I'm actually so excited. Like Dragunov, wasn't it great when he won the US title? And
Yeah.
now, now to see each match. Now, obviously, he's eventually going to go off and fight champion. But I won't even address that till it happens. But that
Yeah.
was match of the night for me. What did you think? Match of the night, or look, we'll get to match of the night, or
No, definitely match of the night. And also, like we had this conversation on a few weeks ago about is WWE with like the future superstars. And if they book Axiom correctly, then yeah, I think we're gonna be okay if he's one of the future superstars of WWE.
what a great point, actually, because we brought it up a couple of weeks ago. But I'll be honest, I'm not concerned about the future of WWE. I'm
No.
not. You look at the talent that they have. Look at the
Mhm.
foundational in like in NXT, but also as well look at the current talent that they have. It's
Yeah.
incredible. And I think the age came up, but like I mean, the way they're treating superstars now, the treatments that they have access to, the time off, the flexibility. I'm not concerned about the future. They
Oh no,
always find a way. But R-Truth would appear at a backstage segment.
I love him. I actually love him.
It was so good. It was a bit short for R-Truth, but I think the
Mm.
star of this segment was Chelsea Green.
I love her. I'm so happy she has that title. I am so happy.
She's a gift. She's
Yeah.
an absolute gift. She's worked her arse off
If you've
to
seen on
get to where she
Netflix,
is.
yeah, definitely from the Netflix show.
100%. And sure, look as well. She signed a new contract the other day, a couple of weeks ago. That's going to take her through to 2030 if they don't let her go, which they're
No
definitely
way.
not.
Yeah, no way. Her fan base even is insane. You see on social media, like she is one of the top people. Everyone loves her. But how could you couldn't not love her.
She walks in, she's like, Nicholas.
Yeah, I love her. Her whole
Look,
character as well is insane.
I think at this stage, I want to be part of the Secret Service. I don't think I'm
Listen,
allowed, but
we will
yes.
get you there. We'll get you there.
I mean, I hope so because it's bloody brilliant. But the whole kind of like last week, she's like, nobody's ever creamed on me like this, and then this week's like, whose balls am I holding? I'm like, okay, can we come away from
Yeah.
that a little
What's
bit?
going
Do you know
on
what I
here?
mean?
My sister's
Um,
watching it. I'm like, is
I
this
know,
good?
right? I know, and it's like maybe kind of come away from that a little bit.
Yeah.
But Chiampio, why am I calling him Chiampio? Anyway, he go
You're
on
just
to
back
attack.
from Italy. You're like,
Oh, you'll have to
yeah,
excuse me. I'm just back from
yeah.
Rome.
Oh, sorry.
Can I get? Oh, ciao.
Arrivederci.
100%. I was like over there. Did you ever see Inglorious Bastards? Over there, I was
That's
like,
yeah.
like
Buongiorno.
bonjour, no.
Yeah.
And
You're
I was
going
like,
into
shut up,
the
Brown.
shop
I'm
like,
like, 100%. I was like a double espresso, and they're like, oh no, not this guy, not this guy. Did a video over there actually. A lot of interesting wrestlers have roots to Italy. Hulk Hogan and
mm,
Macho Man, to name two. Worth checking out. It's on YouTube on the Upper Tier channel. Let's take some. Oh yeah, Champio attacked Axiom. I don't really know how I feel about that. We'll
yeah.
see how we get on. Let's take some comments. I am not emotionally able for the 3 matches left. Sharon, you're preaching.
We're in this together.
We will get through this. Makes me happy we got to see Cena in Dublin and
Mhm.
called Logan Paul. Well, I can't really say that. But I agree. That match was amazing. Yes, it was.
Mhm.
Heath, what about Obi Femi showing up facing John Cena? Plus, I'd love to see Obi Femi have a call up and face Brock Lesnar down the road. What say you,
Yeah,
Emma?
I'm a huge fan of Obafemi. I'd love to see that because he definitely needs to be called
Did
up.
you did you see that man this week? Like he's different gravy. He's just
Yeah, I
I
know.
I a few months ago I said he should be the man to end John Cena's career.
Yeah,
And I stand by it. I understand what Niall was saying as well. Niall had said, well, it's 2025. You're not necessarily passing the torch anymore. It's about the spectacle. It's about money and all that.
yeah,
But
exactly. But even if
Obafemi,
he's just insane, and he needs to be called up. So if he's on Raw this week, you know what? Yay, happy days.
100%. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. I really Keith Series back in again. I really want to see Chelsea Green push soon. She's brilliant. I think we're looking at the push at the moment. To be fair,
Yeah, I think
um,
it's kind of happening. You know.
maybe you're talking about the a world title push, and I don't think she's too far away from that. Now, Sami Zayn is back. How was that segment for you? You were a big Sami Zayn fan, Emma. How was that segment for you?
That was really, really good, I have to say. Also, I felt like all my favorites there, they had Shinsuke, they had Sammy. I was like, this is great.
Yes.
This is great. I love this. And I also like the match that they're doing, like kind of elimination kind of match as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, really, really
traditional
good.
Survivor Series match.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
I
Really
it
excited.
would be not. It would be nice if it was on the pay per view. I think they deserve it.
Yeah, yeah, they do deserve to be on there. Considering like the MFTs have been like every week, they're like doing something. It'd be great to see it on like pay per view.
Right. I'm glad you brought up the MFTs. I think they're brutal.
I
Individually,
can't take to them.
yeah, it's like Kiora. It's a watered down version of the Bloodline. It's
Yeah.
Bloodline 2.0. It's diet Bloodline. It's not great. I'd love to see Solo on his own. I'd love
Oh
it.
yeah,
He's
definitely.
so funny. He's
Also,
got
who
one.
else? The sorry now, the really tall member. Can't remember. Tala.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, very good. Yeah, yep. So he is an absolute beast.
If he was
Him
on his
on his
own,
own.
insane. I think take
But
him away from him.
I think maybe that group needs to split. Solo needs to go on his
Yeah.
own, have that group do another thing altogether. I'm not a big fan. One of the things that I was watching this and I was like, where is the Wyatt Six? Obviously later on, we'd see
Mm,
hints of the Wyatt Six.
yeah.
But I
The
was
little
like,
glitch.
wait, did these guys not have an issue with Wyatt Six? What's the
Yeah.
crack here? And obviously it was addressed earlier on. And I think that's why next week's SmackDown's going to be wild. I think
Yeah.
Wyatt Six are going to get involved in that match and it's going to be off the
That'll be
chart.
insane.
How good was Sammy on the mic?
He's insane on the mic. I love him on the mic. He's just you just need to watch him. Like on other, you could be listening to someone on the mic and you just it's kind of in the background, but with Sammy, he knows how to engage the audience as well, which is such a
He
great
does
characteristic to have. So great because that's what you need.
completely. Yeah. I mean, to me, a lot of people compare him. They say he's got that Mick Foley quality about
Yeah,
him. I see it. I see it. There's something charming about Mick Foley. And like that, I think it's the same with
yeah,
Sammy.
yeah, definitely.
And you see what he
And he
does
loves
outside of
Ireland.
wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
He bloody loves Ireland, doesn't he?
Oh my
He
god,
loves coming over.
he loves us, lads. Ah, Jesus, lads.
Yeah,
He loves.
listen, next Tuesday show is dedicated to Sami Zayn. Isn't that
Yeah,
right, Niall?
I
Oh,
hope you guys are listening.
I'm probably not going to be allowed on the show next week. Sammy needs to be a heel. David, I disagree. How good does Raw look this week? AJ Lee is back.
Yes.
Wow. I didn't know that. This is news to me. I should be catching up with my news. How do you feel? You must be bloody super excited.
Listen, after the last week I've had, I'm excited now. This is good luck coming. I'm very
Amazing.
excited.
I'm over the moon. And actually, whilst we're on the subject, there was a bit of a lack of CM Punk, but we know why there was a lack of CM Punk. He was promoting a film called Zootopia 2. Him and Reigns
Zeros.
are in it. Did you
Yeah.
see the trailer?
Yeah. I
It
couldn't
looks
believe it.
hilarious.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I was like to my sister, we make her watch Zootopia, and she was even like, what? And I was like, no, we're going. We're going to watch Zootopia.
I'm going in 2 weeks. I'm going on the Saturday
Yeah.
morning. So basically, CM Punk put up a picture of, and I think he replaced Roman Reigns with a zebra leaning against the cage
Mm,
when they were at War Games last year, and basically their characters. Ladies and gentlemen, this looks brilliant. It looks so
yeah.
good, and the Force Zootopia as well. My favorite
It's so
character is
good.
the Slot, where he's like
Oh, yeah, the DMV.
Nick. He's
It's
so
insane.
funny when they pull him off, pull him over at the end. It's so funny. What have we got? Solo's band of Merry. Oh, that's. Do you know what, Sharon? They should be called that. They should be called that. 100%.
Closer to Christmas,
Uh,
yeah.
I don't like them at all. I'm with you on that. Why do the MFTs have face painted like Sting? So, uh, as Niall pointed out loads of times, I'm a bit of a Fed guy, and that's why I love the fact that Sean Mack does an ECW thing because I have a lot to learn about ECW. He does an ECW video every week, and that video is actually there's a video at the moment on the channel called November to Remember, top 5 section. Excellent work, very much worth checking it out. Similar to Dave's Dynamite review, very good, great stuff. Um, so yeah. Anyway, the MFTs have their face painted. I believe there's some history in that. I think they
Yeah.
had that done, and there's some kind of New Japan thing. I'm not sure. So come here, the Sami Zayn thing. I think that should be on the pay-per-view personally. That's just how I feel. But it's on SmackDown. So next week, I think we're gonna have a blast because next week I
Yeah.
think SmackDown's gonna be off the charts. But
It,
we'll we'll see what happens. What do you think?
definitely going to be a few shenanigans with that one, I have to say. Because the MFTs have been terrorizing everyone. So the White Six, I feel like they're not going to hold back. They're going to
No.
be in there somewhere. Definitely.
And look, if Triple H, if you're watching, which I know you do,
Hi, Triple H.
listen, I have to defend the Wyatt Six every week. Most weeks, you are making it more difficult. Please do something with them. I don't want to go into
Mhm.
Tuesday or the following week's show with nothing to show. They need to do something. They're super talents. Let's see what
Yeah, they're
happens. It's going
insane.
to be wild. Last question before we move on to the next section. Who's going to win the Royal Rumble, Emma?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
It's going to be
I have to get a chocolate bar.
yes. What a man.
And, chocolate.
Yes, we've both been rated.
Yeah, it's Joe
The
Hendry.
reason I bring that up is because Hardcore Holly of Attitude Era fame believes that Sami Zayn is going to win the Royal Rumble, but
I
he's
was
not
thinking,
bloody happy with it.
yeah, I'd love to see Sami Zayn win the Royal Rumble. I
How
think that'd
cool
be
would
great.
that be? It would be
Imagine like the top. It would be insane.
yeah.
Absolutely insane.
I mean,
If
it's in Saudi.
if they have Logan Paul win it, go away. I'm done.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to. I just had to ask because of what Hardcore Holly said. Cody backstage with Jay, and then Jimmy comes along.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got a bit of a theory on this. Right. Two
Okay.
questions. Does Roman Reigns take the 5th spot? Right. And which Uso is turning? It seems like Jay might, but does Jimmy turn on that team and make them lose? Or am I way out there? What do you think?
I don't know about Roman taking the 5th spot. I don't know because I feel like they would have had him back already. They would have had him come in and kind of aura farm a bit. You know what he does, and then do his thing. But maybe he
Yeah,
could just come in and be like, "Yeah, I'm doing it now," like kind of thing.
100%.
I don't
And if
know.
he does,
That's a bad Roman Reigns impression. I'm sorry, Roman. But
well, Roman watches too, by the way. So I mean, we'll have to we'll make it
fine.
up to him some other time. No,
Yeah.
do you know what? I think he's that cool. He's Fonzie level cool. He could walk in and say, "Hey, I'm part of the show," and it's like, "Yes, Reigns is
Yeah.
back.
Everyone's like,
It's
"Oh my
raining
god,
Roman."
let's go!" You know what? Maybe
Um,
he could, but I don't know.
and do you think one of the Usos is turning next week?
Listen, I've always said Jay's going to turn. Always said it, especially after his match with CM Punk, and you could see he was kind of, Punk wasn't that happy with Jay. I was thinking maybe Jay's going to turn. This is it, but I don't know. They could just be playing us in that way,
Maybe.
you know?
And I hope so. I hope they're
Yeah,
playing us because I love wrestling surprises. We all
yeah,
do. So shock us, surprise us. In some cases, it's not great, like when Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker, but that's a whole different subject for another day.
yeah.
We should all go watch CM Punk and Roman Reigns, by the way, in this movie together. It
I
would be
agree.
absolutely deadly. That would be quality.
Field trip,
Maybe we
lads.
can maybe we can make it happen. My daughter Layla says if AJ Lee comes back eventually, her and Becky should have a match. Your daughter Layla, David, could be onto something because that's the
Oh,
direction I
brilliant.
think they're going.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Is AJ Lee winning the IC belt, Emma?
Yeah.
I think so too. I think so
You
too.
don't even have to ask. I'm just like, yeah.
What a left field comment. What a left field comment. LA Knight to win the Rumble. David, I'll tell you what, let's revisit this in January. Right? We'll remember this. I know you will. We'll remember this and let's revisit this in January or closer to January. So the next part of the show was Solo going up to Nick, and he was like, "Hey, what's the crack? What's the story?" And then I didn't even notice, and then it flashed, and then Bo Dallas is there. I'm like, "Yes, this is going to be
Because I saw
good.
like a
Come
little
on."
glitch. Yeah, I saw the glitch, and my sister was like, "Oh my god, why is 6?" And I was like, "Oh." Like, it was actually kind of
Yeah,
scary looking the way he was sitting there. I was like, yeah, they're definitely going to be involved.
it was so cool. I hope so, and I hope it's absolute havoc. Now,
Mm-hmm.
let's touch on the thing that I think a lot of people are waiting on. LA Knight
Mm-hmm.
beat Zack Ryder. Just when it was announced a long time ago by Cardona that Zack Ryder is dead.
Yeah.
But look, I'm not going to hate on the player. If I was Matt Cardona, I would have done the exact same thing. And to be honest with you, it was kind of nice to see Zack Ryder back. I wasn't big on Zack Ryder. I think for me it was a bit mad that the two men facing each other. I think both had the same issue in that the iron wasn't struck whilst it was hot on both occasions. So I
Hmm.
think there's a similarity there. What did you think about this? How did you react when Ryder came out, and how did you feel about the match?
Like so I didn't watch it live, so I completely stayed off my phone so I wouldn't avoid any spoilers. Because in my mind I was like, it's gonna be someone like that I've been thinking of. It's gonna be Joe Hendry or something. It's gonna be someone from NXT. I wasn't too sure. So when the woo woo, like I was like, what? There's no way. There's no way. I couldn't believe it because Matt Cardona was
Yeah,
like, no, no, Zack Ryder, no, not gonna happen. I'm done. But I was pretty happy with it because it was a good match. I have to say, it was really
yeah,
good, and the crowd was very happy as well. And I'm a
it was
fan,
pretty cool.
which is really
Yeah,
great
and
to see.
look, I think they're looking at bringing more couples together as well. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but to your point, um, very good. When the music hit, and like that, I didn't watch it live, but then when I watched, I was like, "What in the name of Jesus?" I was like, I couldn't
Yeah,
believe it.
I was like,
Um,
there's no way.
a class touch by Corey Graves, as always. Mentioned the history, said he's a different man now. He's had
Hmm.
death matches. He's become king of the death matches. I personally think it would have been more interesting to see Ryder win,
Oh yeah,
but But to be honest, I'm just happy for the two of them. I'm happy that LA Knight seems to be out of the doghouse,
yeah.
and I'm happy that Zack Ryder's back in the mix. Because I'm not sure, this is going to sound mental, but I'm not sure I was a fan of Matt Cardona really. So it sounds a bit mad. I'm more of a Zack Ryder dude. I don't know. That sounds a bit. That
No,
sounds a bit
that's
odd.
no, that's fair. I get that. I get that.
So we'll just go to some of the comments. Logan Paul winning the Rumble. I nearly spit out my coffee.
Not happening. Trust
All
me.
right. I did say Roman may be solo surprise too. Not bad. Big up, Baz. Great to see you, man. Thanks for coming in. I think Braun Breaker will win the Royal Rumble. It's a great way for him to get the WWE title. Keith, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I don't think
No,
it's going to happen though.
if he's away from the vision,
Yeah,
yeah,
I. But maybe that's a way for him to get away from the vision as well.
yeah.
You
So
know what I mean? So,
we'll have
but
to come back.
100%. I called it. Take my word as gospel, David. Doubling down. Take my word as gospel. Mystic Kelly is what we'll call him. Uh, Keith, I think if Braun, I thought I said Bren. I was like, Bren's not in the Rumble. I think if Braun
Friends
win,
go
he
to
go after. I'm in a Rumble.
the
I
secret.
I think I'm part of the Callis family actually. I don't know. Punk the Elimination Chamber winner will go after the Undisputed title. Not a bad show.
Yeah.
Not a bad show. Hey, it's in Chicago.
Oh, actually, me and my friend were talking about this. They were like, "Yeah, it's in Chicago. Maybe he's retiring."
No,
Don't
I'll tell you.
no
So
no.
I'm gonna put your mind at rest, and I'll tell you why he's not
Thank
retiring.
you. Yeah,
Next year is AJ Styles' year. The
yeah,
following year, I'm going to call Chris Jericho's retirement year.
yeah.
And then the following year, I'm going to call maybe CM Punk. I think you're looking at 3 more years for Punk.
That's grand.
Makes sense. Gets him to do
Yeah.
gets him to do what he ought. But I think next year is Jericho's. No, AJ Styles, and then the following year is Jericho's. So what did you think of the attack backstage? The Kabuki Warriors. I can't imagine Keith was too happy
I
with uh, Io Sky, Rhea getting attacked, and he lumped Rhea against the wall. Did you see that?
Lash Legend was bam. She was at it. She was like,
It
"Listen,
was
I'm here on
cool though.
SmackDown." Yeah, I was like, "Wow." It was
I was
actually
here for it.
really good because
I was here for it.
sometimes like you're looking at attacks and it's just yeah, whatever. Like they're just bashing head off each other, but they were taking lumps out of each other.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
insane.
And look, it was cool. It's a good little setup. I'm going
Mm.
to bring down the mood a little bit. I'd be interested to see what you think about this.
Oh God.
Jade Cargill defeated BFAB, right? I think this was atrocious. I think it was one of the worst matches on the card. I think the moves didn't mean anything. There was no story told. There was no
No.
chemistry there. To me, if you're going to have Jade Cargill come in and just bomb through people, it has to be fast, it has to be impactful, and they need to study tapes of Goldberg. If you're
Oh
not
yeah.
going to do that, if you're not going to do that, maybe Jade Cargill needs to scrub up on the wrestling skills. Look, I'm not a wrestler, Emma. You're training to be a wrestler. It's not. I tried it once, couldn't do it. So fair play to you, and I respect anybody that does it. But this was terrible, completely uneventful, and I think if the rest of the title run is like this, it's not going to be good. To me, it was just disgraceful. I was
Yeah.
so pissed off. What did you think of the match?
Oh no, I completely agree. To be honest, it's not even about if Jade's going to go through and she's going to do the whole Goldberg thing where she's just a smashing machine. She's, going through her opponents. There needs to be more depth with it. Otherwise,
100%.
it's going to be a rinse and repeat for everything. And people are just going to get bored of her title run. So if they add more depth to it, then it's you're cheering for Jade then. You're like, yeah, go on, Jade, like get it and stuff. But this just it
100%.
lacked everything. It lacked the characteristics. It lacked, bringing the audience into it. It just felt like a little filler. That was it.
Absolutely, yeah, and but not even good filler.
Mm,
It was just it was that bad. I got annoyed watching it.
yeah,
And I was thinking about I'm a fan of Cargill. I really like Jade Cargill,
yes,
and I really want her to be successful. This is not the way to do it.
no,
I think your assessment of it, Emma, is spot on. I feel the exact same thing. Get in, bomb
yeah,
through people, and yeah, have Natty Neihart eventually give you a proper wrestling match and show you around the ring.
that'd be brilliant.
So, going to take a few comments. Let's see where we are. Lash Legend, a taller version of Naomi. No, I disagree, Anto.
No,
Two
she's
different people. Two different people. Lash and Nia kicking the head out of each other. What else have we got? Emma, you could cut a better promo than Jade. Hey, I believe that.
Where's the mic?
100%. Give Emma the mic. That is it. The upper tier. Who's this guy? What's up, gang? Hello, Niall. How are you? Hope all is
I
good,
know.
man. Great to see you on. Great to see you on. Yeah. So look, Jade Cargill, not good. It was the worst part of the show. And it kind of brought the show down a little bit. What do you think about Aleister Black?
I I think he needs a direction to go in at this rate. Like I am a
Yeah.
huge fan of Aleister Black. I think he's amazing and stuff. But I've also seen comments about Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, and people are like Carrion and Scarlett watching this, and they're like, "What's going on here?" And I just thought that was
Yeah.
quite funny, to be honest. But no, I'm a huge Aleister Black fan, but I just need to see them put him in a story that has direction. You know,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a bit
I
of
get you.
yeah.
I mean, I'm
So
not convinced on Aleister Black. I've said it before.
mm,
I've had a lot, like his stuff on NXT was pretty good. I'm just not
yeah.
convinced on Aleister Black. I got a lot of stick for saying that there on Tuesday, but I don't care. I'm not convinced on him. He's just an entrance.
But
Look,
also, like with his character, I feel like without a story, his character is just I don't know, it doesn't draw them in. Because he's
yeah,
this whatever I can't really describe his character, but everyone kind of knows like what he's like and stuff. Without something to draw the audience in, I just feel like you're not as interested then, you know?
yeah, I agree. I agree. I think story. You're spot on. Story can't for a character like that. Story is super important. Certain
Mm.
characters, certain people just have aura. They have presence. They don't need to. Like Roman Reigns could walk out next week, like and literally
And
do a
we'd all be like,
karaoke
"Yay!"
version. Yeah, he could walk out next week and sing "Fly Me Without Wings." I'm here for that. I'd be all
Same.
for it. Westlight's third single, tour number
I
one.
was waiting for
Uh,
Westlife.
uh, so a couple more, comments. I know you are. Oh, by the way, check out Emma's TikTok. That bloopers thing was fantastic. Honestly, it was one of the best things I've seen. Seriously,
The
really
best,
enjoyed it.
I think my favorite part was Dave going Stone Cold and China would slap, and then he just starts laughing by himself. That was my favorite.
Fantastic, fantastic. Bren and Emma, new AAA mixed tag team. Emma would have to do all the carrying there because I can't even suplex in a straight line. And that's the truth. What else have we got? WWE has a way of throwing shade, and I love it. Do you now, Niall? Just make him a vampire killer. You are something else. Damien Priest deserves a run in a different direction. I'll tell you what, Anto, Damien Priest, he really shouldn't be rehashing the Undertaker gimmick from the early 2000s. The reason I think the theory I have, the reason we're bored with this, and the reason there's something not quite fitting is because we've seen it. We've been there. He needs
Yeah,
a complete different. I'd have him as a badass. I'd have him
yeah.
as a proper because he can do that. We know he can.
Especially like on SmackDown, because you see Raw has like Braun Breaker and all. Imagine Damian Priest is like this badass character. He's coming in, he's like a heel, but instead he's just it's just the same thing. It's kind of boring now, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Bluppers. Oh, what does bluppers mean? What
Bloopers.
are you on about? Oh yeah, actually, what am I on about? Don't mind
We'll
me.
take.
Emo taker, spot on, spot on. Probably on par with the Undertaker, Keith. Only messing. Um, so look, we'll move on to the main event. Cody Rhodes defeated I knew you said Braun Bronson, Bronson Reed by disqualification, and things went nuts. What did you think?
I quite enjoyed this, I won't lie. And also, as you said, like Paul Heyman's like manipulation, and he's like, "Well, why don't we make it a title match?" And of course, Cody's going to be like, "Yeah, go on." Cody's like, "Sign it up, Nick. Book it right now."
Wasn't that so cool? Wasn't it?
Yeah,
Wasn't
I was like, "This is good. This is going to be
it? Is
good."
it? It's like Nick Bucket. I was like, yeah, like this is
It's
the
like, "Come on,
Cody. This is
Cody."
why we love Cody. Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
No, look, go on.
we kind of like we knew the title wasn't going to go to Bronson Reed. We all knew it.
Yeah. So I think you're spot on. I think no, he's not Bren. Oh, I don't know, Keith. Look, the ending was predictable, but how cool was it to see Drew McIntyre come in at the end? And it
Hmm.
makes sense. I think people kind of counted him out a bit because he was suspended, but it makes
Yeah,
sense. He hates everybody.
I love
Throw
him,
him in
and I
there.
love him. Yeah, I'm like, "Go on, Drew." I'm like, "Listen, Cody, you're great and all, but I'm a huge Drew fan. Huge Drew fan.
Well, Anto reckons it's only a matter of time until Drew McIntyre claymores Nick Aldis. I
Imagine."
want to see Nick Aldis put the boots back on. That's
I
what I want to
not.
see.
I think it was my sister who actually said the mystery opponent on SmackDown is going to be Nick Aldis. She was like, "I'm going to bet you a fiver."
Wow, that would be something else, wouldn't
Hmm.
it?
That would be insane.
It would be deadly. And for Nick Aldis to go through, I mean, he has no history with Cena really, but
No, but
it
just
would
to
be
be like,
cool.
"Look at me."
And Keith Siri reckons Drew needs to take the title off Boring Cody. See, Keith, you're way off there. You're way off there. Not at all. And look, here's the thing. I hope I'm wrong, right? Eventually, Drew's going to get the title, and within 3 months of him having the title, and we'll have this conversation. And if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong with a smile on my face because I like being wrong when it comes to stuff like that. But I'm not wrong. In 3 months, as when Drew has the title, you're kind of like, this is boring. It's not very good. Sorry, that was a bad impression of Keith, and I apologize. Um, Contender ready, Aldis? Yes, indeed. Adam Pearce versus Nick Aldis. Of course, that needs to happen. Eventually, it's official. Anto
Yeah.
and Sharon. Keith, not going to happen anytime soon. Now, so come here to me. Main event. The Vision stood tall at the end. We've kind of seen this quite a lot recently, but this is a different Vision, and I really like this. It was so cool. There's
Yeah.
something deadly about it. So, how good was the overall episode for you, Emma?
I really enjoyed SmackDown, I have to say. It was definitely one of the best episodes I've watched in the last good while. Last good while. And with the mystery opponents, I was worried that they were going to mess it up maybe. Maybe it's just going to be like, "Oh, look, it's this person." But again, it was brilliant. It was really
Mhm.
good. Sami Zayn, everything was brilliant. But yeah. The only match was Jade's match, but you know what? With the episode that's in it, not going to let it ruin it.
100%. It hasn't been consistent as of late. We know that. We started the show
Mm.
this week. We didn't know what we were going to get, and I thought we had a cracker of a show. I thought it was
Yeah.
so good. Like that, there was one bad match, but look, one bad match doesn't make a bad show. Dragonoff versus Axiom blew my mind.
Yeah.
reminded me why I love wrestling so much, and I love matches that do that to me.
Hmm.
So let me just, before we close out, because we're going to do a couple of things before we close out. It was a bad impression, Bren. You need to say sorry, Keith. You're bang on. I sincerely apologize. You're spot on. It wasn't a great impression. I will work on it though. Wasn't it myself and Emma thought Logan Paul in the Vision would be
Yeah.
class? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. To be honest,
Predicted it.
yeah, Axum DDT. Wow, yeah, we
It
commented
was
on that earlier
insane.
on, Noel. It was one of the best things. I think one of the best versions of the DDT I've seen. I'd love to see Randy making an appearance at some point. I don't think we're too far off that. If Cody loses the belt, it'll be to Randy Orton. Makes sense.
That would be brilliant. Yeah.
They've got
I'd
the
love to see
history.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give
exactly.
Randy the belt. So overall, we think we enjoyed it, and I think next week we
Will
have
be
we
good.
we have some show next week. We've got the
Mhm.
traditional Survivor Series, Penta versus Finn Balor,
Which is going to be
and
great.
it's going to be off the chart. Fraxium versus DIY. Look, I know what I said about DIY earlier on, but you know what? It's a good match.
Yeah.
Um,
Those tracks
and
seem
it's the
brilliant.
go home show to is it the go home show to War Games
I
next week,
Yeah, I think so.
November 29th?
Oh,
Oh
it'll
my
be this
lord.
day 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we've
Yeah.
a
So
couple more weeks to get in. So look, it's going to be good. This week's SmackDown was excellent, and I'm looking forward to next week's. So before we sign off, Emma, how is your injury? Are you returning to wrestling training? What do you think?
yeah. So after the injury and kind of the last 2 weeks I've had dealing with some issues and stuff, I'm going back to training. I'm very excited. I've been working on my
Amazing,
character a lot, so I'm very excited. Very excited for that.
amazing,
My character is kind of built now, and I'm ready to start kind of exploring more and getting it all ready and done then. So exciting.
amazing, amazing.
Mm.
And just before we wrap it up, is there anything else you want to bring up? Is there anything you want to talk about? A bit of CM Punk, or do you think we've covered everything?
I think we covered everything because SmackDown. I feel like we covered like everything with SmackDown.
We
I'm
did.
still shocked at the show to be honest because it was just really good, very good, and I'm more excited now for next week.
Yeah, I think next week's going to be a blast.
Mm.
What we'll do is I'll throw out a few promos this week, as will you. But
Yeah,
also in the next week, the upper tier look at the upper tier YouTube channel. We've got the Upper Tier Pro Wrestling Weekly. That's on Tuesday. That's at the normal time of 8 o'clock. It's going to be a blast. Raw's going to be fun. Cena's MSG, last appearance in MSG. We're going to cover that, and we're going to cover a lot more. There's some cool topics coming up as well. Next week again, hopefully we'll have Sean O's NXT review. His last week's NXT review is up. It's excellent. We're going to
really
have
good.
Dave Dynamite review. Quality, great work. The lads are
Hmm.
putting out great videos. And as always, we have the football shows next week. Niall does Monday and Niall does Thursday. So we have the two football shows, one with the great Mark and one with the great Daz. So keep up with the upper tier. Like, subscribe, share, do it all, and join us again next week, because next week is going to be a blast.
It's gonna be
Uh,
great.
and before we close off, let's look at the last few things. That I missed the shoulder cushion for play. Thank you, Niall. Emma, keep
It's
up the
fair.
training.
Of course.
Deadly. Uh, Raw's gonna Raw's gonna slap this week.
Yeah,
Don't make say stuff like that. It doesn't sound good coming from me. I'm not hip. I'm not with it. Raw's
it's gonna
gonna slap
slap.
this week. Is
Yeah,
that how you say it? I don't know.
yeah,
I'm
it's
just
gonna
not in
slap
touch.
this week.
And we'll close it out with Niall. Top job, gang, as always. Niall, thank you very much. This
Thanks.
has been an absolute pleasure. This has been a blast. Emma, thanks so much. This has been
No
deadly.
problem. Thanks for having
Um,
me.
listen, it's our show, and we're gonna have a blast with it next week. Everybody, like, subscribe, do it a lot, and we'll see you next week. Good night and God bless.
Bye.
And we'll see you on Tuesday. All the best. Bye bye.